Hello, you giant overgrown condom human failures known as humans. How are you? I am your host, Ben Gilman. Welcome back to the Squire Syndrome podcast. As always, I'm joined by my co-host, a man that is happy to help Japan's declining birth rate. Just let him into the Stardom women's locker room. He'll sort it overnight. It's Troy Salmon. You like that one?
That introduction was incredible. Hey, I salute you, sir.
When I mean he's not going to rape them, he's just going to senate them and make them all of his wives as a big bigamist and a man or a harem, because he's going to win them over with his manly charm. See, I've decided not to come and slap you this week. I've decided to be a nice guy.
Oh my gosh!
It's Troy. I'm not a rapist. Salmon. Hello, sir. I still slap.
Oh my God! This flipping geezer. Anyway,
how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. How are you, my good sir?
I am with you to get this podcast back on schedule. Is what we need to do. There's more holes in this podcast scheduling than Chris Benoit's teeth, bruv. We need to get this podcast back on a weekly schedule. We will miss weeks occasionally. Hopefully, going forward, we're going to be more on the ball and that we have a podcast every Sunday. We know I've had people on email me about it. We're going to be on it. We've just had a bit of a break. Like 150 whatever episodes now.
Yep.
Yeah. Sometimes it's burnout. So we're gonna try and do two off camera. We discussed doing two recordings every 2 weeks and then release one week and then one the other week. Just start cut back and they'll be shorter, 45 minutes. They're not going to be over long anymore. We're just gonna. It gives us Fridays off occasionally as well. So just to try and get ahead of it. I think we can get back on schedule and do your weekly bout of absolute bullshit. Let's talk about butts. So Stardom girls, butts. Which is your favorite? I'm joking.
This guy. Don't worry, man. Don't worry. I got Ben back. I found him. I slapped him a couple of times and said, "You need you back."
That's be professional men.
I said, "I need you back. I need you back." So he's back.
I want you back. Dun, 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 dun. Then sing. I want you back. Anyway, so how has your week been?
Oh man, it's been going good, man. Going good. Work's been going good as well, man. I've just been delegating. That's what I've been doing, man. I've been delegating the workload. You know how it goes. But yeah, man, I've been enjoying the heat. So it's been all right. Not too bad. It's not too hot already. It's just that nice cool breeze.
Oh, it's not that hot. For God's sake, England, grow up. It's a little bit. It's 30 degrees. Get over
Exactly. I mean, come on.
God, there's a heat warning. Just drink water.
Warning? For what?
Drink some water, put some sunscreen, wear a hat. It's not hard. Really, this country makes me laugh, bro. A little bit of sun, we go mental every time. It'll be cold again. Anyway, so I want to know if you've been watching some of my recommendations.
Recommendations wise, I think the only one I've watched was the sumo. What was it called again? The sumo.
Oh, great. Sanctuary.
I've watched Sanctuary.
Yeah, don't watch Love Village with the old people in it. They go on forever and keep deciding. It's annoying me. Don't watch Love Village. It's boring, bro.
You know what? Ben told me to say, hey, never watched Love Village, but I was like, I don't know, man. I don't watch Love Village.
No, it's just old people like taking forever to do because they've been divorced a lot of time, being hurt, and they can't. It's so like they've only rung the bell twice in 12 episodes, bro. Like there's so many couples. You know, in Terrace House and Einery when they go around the circle forever, and you're like, just tell them how you feel. I know it's fake, I know it's scripted, but just get on with it and get some new people in because it's boring. And they like we are stuck.
Terrace House, bro.
Love Village is shite. Anyway, so I'm going to call a show out that I was enjoying, and then it did a racial joke, so I'm going to name and shame it now because racial jokes are never funny. Especially when it comes from a white character.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
The Pulling from Accounts is about two Australian people.
Yeah.
One of them flashes her tit at him at an intersection and he runs the dog over. But it was going really well. But then they said there was a dying character who said, I won't say it, don't let the Jays back in.
Oh, okay, got you.
I'm not going to say what it is. It's a bad word for Japanese people. And I just turned it off. Don't watch it. Fuck that show. If you have to use racial and you think racial against a minority is funny, fuck you. I don't watch this show. It's not like using a racial slur word. You wouldn't do that against a black person. You wouldn't say that against a gay person now. So how many times do I have to see Asian people stereotypes keep going on TV and it's okay? No, it's not cool. So fuck you, Australia. It's not funny. Don't watch this show. Actually, I'm not even going to put it in the things we watch, bro. I'm not even giving them like people raving about it. No.
Yeah, if you're gonna start doing that, don't give it any praise.
Because racism is not cool, and I'm calling it out. And I know if Helen was here right now, she'd be applauding me because no, I turned it off. I'm not happy about that. So I watched Wednesday on Netflix.
Oh, okay. So you watched Wednesday. I still haven't seen it. I'm gonna check it out at some point. But I still haven't seen it.
It's okay. The first episode felt like 2 hours instead of 1. I don't know if that's good or bad at this point.
Yeah, that sounds bad. That sounds bad.
The Ant-Man Mexican dude is in everything right now. I'm watching.
Yeah.
Like, annoyingly so as well.
What's his name? Michael Pena? I think it's his name.
Michael Pena, yeah.
Yeah.
I watched quite a few things, and he seems to be everywhere I turn. If I watch a movie, Michael Pena just turns up. Violent Night, which is the Santa Claus kicking the shit out of people from the other week. He's in that. What was the other one I talked about? The Menu. He's in that. And what was the other one? And now he's in this movie. And I'm just like, Michael Pena, will you just fuck off, bro? Like seriously.
Wait, you're getting mixed up. You're talking about John Leguizamo.
Oh dear, no, I'm the racist.
That sounds terrible. Man, what sounds terrible? Hey guys, don't worry. He's a good guy. Don't blame him. He ain't racist. He's not racist. He ain't racist. Just saying that right now. I'm protecting you, Ben.
Thanks for listening to the podcast. We're done.
He's like, we're done. It's got me, guys.
I just rallied against racism. What have I done for a Hispanic person in this industry?
That was so bad.
Oh my god. Wait,
oh my gosh.
Okay, so okay. So anyway,
keep on.
I don't know. It's very Harry Potter. I'm just. It's the Harry Potterness of the school. It's like Jesus Christ, how boring it looks like Hogwarts, like every other magical school since 2000. It's okay. Wednesday. The one that is, again, she's in everything horror movie wise. I'm sick of seeing her fucking face. Jenny Ortega.
Jenny Ortega, yeah, Jenny Ortega.
Everything. I'm sick of her as well. And there's
some everywhere.
When an actor blows up and they're in everything, I'm sick of them. Right now, she's in everything. X, Scream 5. Every time I turn around and watch something, she's in it, and it's just like, go away, bitch. Please, go away. No, she does a good job. No, but she does a good job. She's a good actress.
I like Jennifer.
It's a half decent job as being Wednesday, and I'm liking it so far. I think it's good. Just I'm bored of Tim Burton's visual style. It's the same shit all the time.
The Tim Burton style.
And I swore Tim Burton had filmed the Addams Family movies. He hasn't. I thought by now, like, Tim Burton, man, had done the Addams Family because he's got such a boring style.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so this is episode 100 whatever. Tim Burton is a boring motherfucker. Tim Burton's design is fucking boring.
Oh my god, I think the last Tim Burton was good in the early days. His latest stuff now hasn't been good. I think his last good stuff that he did was literally Batman 2, and that was it. Michael Keaton. The way the design of the whole city was fire. That was good. Other than that, he hasn't done it. Everything looks the same after that. It's just like it's been going downhill with Tim Burton, bro. I have not enjoyed anything Tim Burton-esque in a while. Yeah, he's dropped off big time right now. I haven't seen a Tim Burton thing in a while, so I need to watch Wednesday see how that looks. But yeah.
Welcome to this episode. Tim Burton's design work is so fucking boring.
Ben say it's boring, so I don't know.
Yeah, I am, bro. I'm calling it right now.
Yeah,
I'm
she's calling
sorry.
out.
Like, Tim Burton is the most boring Hollywood actor director I've ever seen. He's just the same tricks, the same architecture. He's like the most slap bang director I've ever seen. Like you can just tell it's Tim Burton.
Yeah, Tim Burton. You see a movie.
That's not a good thing.
He's got style.
No, so Wednesday, I think it will be good. I just hope it doesn't turn to Harry Potter.
Oh wow.
No, I've been quite harsh this week, bro. I'm sorry. I've had a long week. I'm sick of people.
He's had enough of everyone right now. Trust me.
I'm just sick of being back in the UK after a lovely time abroad.
That's the thing. When you come from somewhere like that and you're back here, it's like, oh my God.
This is a third world country where trains don't work, bro. I've just come back from the land of goodness where trains are always on time. Fuck this country. Yeah, so like, I don't even get me started. If you, we need to move these recordings to a Monday when I'm full of more piss and vinegar because on a Friday I'm just done. I've noticed I'm so much more ready for a fight on Friday evening.
What's the hustle right now? He just wants to fight so
you can hear the last year of me being a manager. I'm just kind of like, shit. Like that,
he's had enough of the world at this point, bro. He's had enough of the entire world.
You can hear the last year. That's one of my friends said. You can just hear the anger every time you come to record. It's more entrenched since April last year when I became a manager.
Yeah,
the happiness has been slapped out of me. So I've watched that. Have you watched The Black Phone?
The Black. Oh, the Black. No, you talk about the thriller, the horror thriller. Black Phone.
Black Phone.
Yes, I've seen it.
What did you think of this? I thought this is actually really good. I know Blumhouse, right? I always kiss Blumhouse's asses because they do low budget.
Yeah, I'm a massive Blumhouse fan, bro. I messaged them on Twitter.
They do a lot of sequels. They tend to avoid sequels mostly. They do it sometimes, but they tend to mostly do original stuff and do a really good idea of cheap budget, but like loads of like they make the money. When you see a Blumhouse, like I keep seeing Blumhouse every time, bro. Like I've three of these movies this time I'm going to talk to you about horror movie wise are from Blumhouse. Plus I saw
Blumhouse is one of my favorites. So yeah, I'm
Blumhouse. Yeah, Smile was a Blumhouse. Megan was a Blumhouse.
Yep.
So let's talk about The Black Phone.
Black Phone. Hey, so good.
Who's the guy behind the mask? I recognise him.
It's what do you call it? Ethan Hawke.
Who?
Ethan Hawke.
Who?
Ethan Hawke.
Ethan Hawke, the paedophile. I'm joking. Ethan Hawke is not a paedophile. No, but Ethan Hawke. What I like about him is the jump scares don't come from him. It comes from the ghosts who just come out of camera shot. So obviously it's a kid that gets kidnapped by the Grabber, which is a shit name. It sounds like a
Grabber.
So dumb. And so basically the guy's got a sister who can kind of see things and try to get him back. And I was really how slow it was. An hour and a half. It felt like a 2-hour film. It just had room. Surprised me a lot. He doesn't really do much until the end of the movie, and it's always you just don't know. Is he a paedophile?
Yeah, you don't really know what he's doing to the kids.
Is he any likes boys? But is he a paedophile? Is he just a murderer? You don't know much. And there is a great bit where you think that Ethan Hawke set the police away, and it's not the same actor. I thought it was his alter ego to put the police off the scent when they come to knock at the door originally.
Yeah.
But it's his brother.
Yeah, it's his brother, yeah.
The camera immediately pans down to under the house, and it only through dialogue that it confirms that it's two separate people, because I thought it was like a bipolar shit thing, like two identities thing.
Yeah, I thought about, who is this guy?
I was impressed by this movie, Troy. This movie is amazing. I'm really impressed by it because it doesn't. It's just so well done. The kid's a good actor, and I was hooked with this. It doesn't need to do much. It's not a jump scary movie, but it's like I'm quite happy with what I saw.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. I'm glad you liked it because I love that movie. That Phone is a movie I watch like again and again. I love that film. The concept of that thing is just like it's a guy. No, even when I first saw the trailer, I was like, "Yo, this concept looks great. Why is Ethan Hawke looking? He's got the great mask, you know. He's got the He got a vibe out here. This guy grabbing. Yo, this guy. I thought it was gonna be the next like horror villain, like the next great horror villain. I was like, oh, just a thriller. I thought it was gonna be like a natural horror, but it had the horror elements in there because it had the supernatural element. You know, what I'm saying, the kids, the dead kids. But at the same time, like you see people talking through the phone whenever they're locked down in the basement. They had to go to this phone, this mythical phone that people talking to the kid. But yeah, man, great film. Ethan Hawke stand out, man, because he's not even in it that much because they pushed him heavily in the trailers, but like, he's not even hardly in this movie.
He always plays a good guy as well, so it's really interesting to see him play a bad guy.
Yeah.
I'm really happy with it. It's actually really good and underrated. It got lost amongst all the big hitters last year for the horror movies. So go watch it. Really clever, and it's not really a horror film for horror fans. It's just, and it underplays the ghost bit very gently under the background. No stupid plot twists at the end, just a straight ahead.
Yeah, no plot twist. It's just it was a straight up thriller. It was a thriller.
Like no stupid plot twist. The sister was teaming up with a grabber to kill her brother, or any dumb shit that they do, and a happy ending for once.
Yeah, I was waiting for it. I was waiting for like a big twist at the end. I was like, what's gonna happen now? Are they gonna reveal something else? I was having all these kind of theories watching the movie, and it was just like, okay, sister finds him and like, literally that was that. And I was like, okay, all right, okay, straightforward ending.
Happy ending.
Yeah.
Okay, so and then I'm going to move to Halloween Ends.
Oh, Halloween Ends. Oh, don't get me started, man. Then don't do it. Don't do it, man. I want to hear what you have to say first. Go on, you go ahead. I got stuff to say.
Do you remember how excited I was when I watched the first part of this trilogy, and I was like, "This is great."
Yeah.
And Halloween Kills, I was like, it's okay. It's not bad. This film, I don't know what I watched. Now, if you're looking for a Halloween film,
yeah,
this isn't it. But I'm trying to base it on it's not a bad movie on its own if it wasn't a trilogy. If this is a film on its own, this is a good movie. If the guy slowly became a serial killer due to being beaten down and shit on his own, there is a movie here that shouldn't be a Halloween movie. There is a worthy Halloween film here. If you did have Michael Myers like you did with Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, a standalone Halloween movie without Michael Myers in it,
exactly.
You've got a movie here, but this is the concluding part of a trilogy. We spend all this time on this dickhead that doesn't even matter in the end. And the daughter, the niece of Laurie Strode,
oh God,
should really know better than to hang out with a mentally damaged man.
I mean, come on.
Like, what the fuck is that bullshit? Like, character. I just sat there like, what the fuck is this shit? Laurie Strode's barely in it, and we're focusing on these two. I'm like, where the fuck is Michael Myers, bro?
He's out here getting beaten up by this flipping teenager. Getting stomped out by a whole teenager. I'm like, what are we doing here?
Why is Michael Myers hiding in the sewer? And it says the end. Yeah, I'm sure you'll bring it back in 10 years. I'm not coming back for another Halloween movie. I'm done with Halloween movies. I'm at the point where next week you'll hear about. I'm going to go through all the Friday the 13th, and I'm sure by the 8th one, I'm just going to want to commit suicide. Because the problem with long-running franchises is if it's a monster, you've got to keep coming up with ridiculous ways to keep bringing this guy back. And he's just an old man here. He's like a human being. He just died normally. And I'm like, I don't get it. I don't get what this movie was trying to tell me. The first
movie, because it's like they just got rid of him at the end, and I was like, and then that was it, and I was like, what?
I mean, I've been told I've watched all the Halloweens now, except for the Rob Zombie ones. Yeah. And I've been told that they are something you want to get alcohol in for those because they are funny if you're pissed. So I might have to look into those. I've heard very mixed things, but like I would prefer a real revamp of Michael Myers, like a real effed up Michael Myers origin story than the bollocks I've had to watch. I don't know. It's weird. Halloween Ends is it's fine. Again, if it wasn't a Halloween movie, I'd be happy. But it's a Halloween movie, so where's my Michael Myers fucking people up? Why are we dealing with this geek?
Yeah, they can't be doing that, man. I'm a massive Halloween fan, so just that annoyed the heck out of me. I couldn't stand that movie. I was like, just when I end that movie, I was like, turn this thing off, man. I was like, I'm out of there, man. I can't watch that movie. That movie's trash.
I was watching the timer and I'm like, no, 20 minutes left. Where the fuck is Michael? Are we getting to the Michael Myers bit? Like, are you serious? Are you fucking serious? 20 minutes. And he's following Michael around like he's his idol. What that doesn't get explored. Like, what
Because
film?
what I got from it, it was just there was this kid, yeah, he was like getting bullied, blah blah blah, getting beat up, and then he sees Michael, and Michael kind of downloads his hatred because he senses the hatred from this kid as well, and he sees him as a successor, kind of some nonsense that they put in the storyline,
Which they don't explore.
which they don't explore. Like literally, it was like a couple of seconds, like a minute, and that was it. And all of a sudden, this guy's getting all these abilities, like Michael.
If you're
Michael's getting weak, like,
if Michael's there immediately and they're plotting it,
yeah,
to kill Laurie Strode, you got yourself a movie. But he's playing conflicted, and for not 1 minute did I feel sorry for this dumb motherfucker. Like, they're so separated, and it's laughable, like the connection between the two. If you paired that up the whole movie, you got a better movie here. I would personally have had more of that, him following Michael and learning. Because that is a whole different angle to take a Halloween film, like somebody with teaming up with Michael to be a successor.
Yeah.
There's your finish. There's your third movie, bruv.
Then kind of leads into spin-off where he takes over the mantle of Michael, you know what I'm saying? And then, okay, then we whatever in it after that.
But you fucked it.
Yeah, exactly.
And it will be back, and I won't care next time. I'm done with Halloween. I'm getting off. I'm getting. Like, I was talking to someone earlier, you know, one day they're going to do Harry Potter, right? Redo them. You don't need to do Harry Potter. They're going to do all 8 films again.
Yeah, they're going to do it. They're doing it.
Yeah, they're going to do it, and it's just, I'm sick of Hollywood just, like, really Hollywood's the worst for it, just regurgitating the same old boring shit. I'm at that point now, especially as a horror fan. Anyway, I'm talking about something I'm annoyed at. Hellraiser 2. I can't get into Hellraiser.
Hellraiser 2? You're bringing up the classics out here. Oh my god.
Okay, so it was better than 1, and I have seen the first one, so I do understand the thing. It was really more out there than the first one, and I think it's better. Okay, I enjoyed it. It's definitely out there. The imagery is much better. Like going to hell itself this time is a lot better.
Yeah, the build. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. It was fine. I enjoyed it. Better than 1. I think everyone says 2's better, and then it goes downhill after 3, and then it just gets really bad. And then they gave her tits, and I've heard a lot of people weren't happy about that.
Oh, the brand new one, the remake.
But you said it wasn't too bad. I've heard quite good things about it. A lot of the fans were like, he's got tits now. Oh, I don't like it. But
no. Because if you know the proper story of Hellraiser, because I'm a massive Hellraiser fan. If you read the books, The Hellbound Heart, that's what Hellraiser should look like. What she's in the new one. That's Hellraiser because it's more of like a female-esque shape of like the Hell Priest. That's what it really looks like. Yeah. But the one that Clive Barker did, the one that you've just seen, Clive Barker as the 1 and 2. Then yeah, that's the one that Doug Bradley took over. That's what he did. He took over the role, and the execs wanted someone like him, so to make him more of a manly figure. He didn't want to turn into like a woman-esque character, like so. That's why. But which it worked. It worked though, because I like Doug Bradley. He's a legend.
It's a good movie. Did I talk to you about Leprechaun in the Hood?
Yeah, he did.
Oh my god, I still can't get over that Oscar nomination.
Ben's still on that boy. Leprechaun in the Hood, bro. He loving it.
That made you laugh last time. Okay, so I watched Bodies.
Oh my god, I still haven't seen that movie. I'm gonna watch it.
Oh, I've got to be careful here. Go watch it. Yeah. Bunch of friends meet up in a party, and I'm gonna leave it there because if I even go anywhere, it's a spoiler. I was very impressed by how we got to the final, and I was like, okay.
Okay.
That's very clever. That's what I'm going to say.
But people love that movie, by the way. Bodies, bodies.
It's
People love that
really
movie.
good with good characters, and it has got gay characters in and representation, but they don't talk about it. It's just there. That is how it's done. That is how you do it. No big deal. You just do it. You don't need to go, I'm a black lesbian. Just go be a black lesbian and just show it. That's all you need to do. Like, that is gospel, bro. That's how you do that shit. And all your friends are like, oh, nice to meet you, girlfriend. Lovely. Love that shit. Like, no snide. Like, that's how people are now. Like, they just accept that shit. Like, there we go, bro. That's modern 21st century people right there. Lovely. Great film. Obviously, it all goes to shit, but I'll let you go watch it on Now TV, please.
Hey, bro, I can watch it anytime, but I need to go watch it because I'll keep seeing it on my time now. I'm staying flipping seeing it.
Next week, please. We'll talk about it, and then we're going to the spoilers of it. But like, I can't give away the party piece because if I do, then
yeah, what's going on?
I've got to be really careful. So, Phantasm 2, The Tall Man.
Oh my God, Phantasm! You're going there now. You're going there.
I watched the first one.
Okay, yeah.
And I watched the second one. I think it's underrated. I think it's better than.
Hey, I've been telling people for a long time that I watched all of the Phantasms and I love all of them equally. Bro.
It's better than Friday the 13th.
Yeah, for sure. It's always better.
Like, I think Nightmare on Elm Street and Halloween have got some good films, but I've heard Phantasm is quite obviously regularly like consistent because it's only got
all the way through, even to the modern day one, they're all consistent. All of them.
But I've heard really good things about how it's like consistently good because it doesn't have like 15 bloody films to watch.
Yeah.
And that's what I like to hear because when you see it's got 5 films, like, oh, you're just like all the other for horror franchises, you're going to run out of ideas. No, but like Scream, quite consistent.
Yeah.
Actually.
I think it's consistent, bro.
The
tall man, his legs, the guy just floats.
It's like Lurch, bro, but even lankier. It's scary. It's like Slender Man. Wish he was that scary.
I love the thing I love about Phantasm is like the first one, they literally had a shoestring budget because like the whole town got together and made this movie. And that's a great little thing, like a fun fact that I found out about it. That for the
those dwarves are funny as fuck, bro.
So good, bro.
Those little dwarves, man. Those I just love how the budget was, and I love this about horror sequels. They did this in Hellraiser 2. You bring back the characters from the first movie, but then you can tell it goes to straight to video after that because the time you can't get the original actors back, that means you've gone straight to video, right?
Yeah.
Or like I can see it happen a lot. I'm sure by the time I get to Hellraiser 3 and Phantasm 3, the original cast is not there.
Because 3, Bob Bradley's still back, but the rest of them, you can tell, it's just like the drop dips. He just dips off that part 1 and 2. You tell it drop off a little bit. But,
because I clocked the gal. I thought the gal, because you've seen it, so I can spoil this.
Yeah.
I thought the girl that they picked up was weird, and I'm so glad that at the end, it's kind of a comedy as well. It's kind of like House. Nothing's too serious. I found it hilarious. She was being freaky in bed, and he doesn't think there's anything wrong. He's like, "I'll see you later." Okay then. And then when she was in the when she got in the thing, I thought something's not.
Yeah. All right.
She doesn't come in with them to fight the tall man. She just, it's well done.
You make me go back and watch him now. I'm gonna watch the Phantasm again. I still got them.
They're on Shudder.
Yeah, I gotta watch them again, man, because I love that franchise, man.
My God, older horror movies and the modern stuff. People goes there, but there are lots of good modern stuff.
Sure.
Bodies. Like there are there, and there's lots of classics as well. Horror can be really different. Unlike superhero movies where you have to get through a big battle, horror movies have always got the flexibility to really surprise me. Wicker Man, that's the last one, the original, not the Nicolas Cage one, the original Wicker Man.
Yes.
I'm it off the list.
Yes.
During this podcast's time, I think I've nailed. You've seen my journey for all these classic horror movies on my.
Hey, it's a good time, man. See you watch all these movies. I'm like, yes, at last. Ben has joined me in the pantheon of horror. Yes, I love it, man.
It's weird. I do love the indifference that they don't give a shit. Like so, in the original, it's in Scotland, right?
Yeah.
Why in the Hollywood remake is it in America? It's so much funnier in the original. Like all the awful acting in the Nicholas. So watch now. I've watched both of them side by side. The Nicolas Cage one is awful, and there's something really sinister about the original. It's just off the whole time.
You can tell watching it is like, what the heck? Like, you just watching the Nicolas Cage one. He's like, what the heck?
Watching a policeman not lose his shit to people is so funny. Yeah.
Oh my god. Amazing,
But it doesn't have Nicolas Cage punching a bear. That is the only good bit of the remake is when he punches out that bear.
Oh.
So funny. Every time it pops me.
Every time I see that, it just cracks me up, man. I'm like, oh my god.
Nostalgia Critic took the piss out of it. Like, just like, this movie's shit, but that bit where he punches out that bear, God bless Nicolas Cage. Now, Wicker Man, I think, I'm going to say something controversial. I think
Okay.
not Hereditary, the other one that that director did, Midsommar, is better.
Oh, Midsommar. Okay, so what you saying? You're saying Midsommar
better than Wicker. No, I will put them. I don't know if I'm gonna go there. I don't know. I will put them side by side. I think Midsommar is a very worthy rival to Wicker Man in terms of.
Yes, it's a good successor. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he does it proud, and I think I can see now why people were like Wicker Man. Don't worry, Troy. I'm wearing shorts. I'm not naked on this phone call. He's looking at me like, what?
I'm just like, what the frick? I'm like, what?
I've got legs.
I've got legs.
So basically, yeah, I enjoyed The Wicker Man. It's a classic. I now want to bang out Psycho, Nope, Interview with a Vampire. I might want to do other films. I might even do From Dawn to Dusk.
From Dusk till Dawn. Are you going to watch that yet?
Yeah, that one, yeah. I'm just going to continue my journey through films I've missed, bruv. Because, like, I am having fun ticking some of these bad boys off. Like, getting to some of these horror movies, present and past, it's absolute joy right now. I know I'm going to watch all the Friday the 13th, so most probably get sick of it by the fourth one.
You're going to get sick of it, bro. You're going to get sick of it at some point.
I am going to hate my life by the time I get to the fourth film.
But when you get to Jason X, you're going to love it.
Oh, I've only got up to the first day.
Look at space.
There's only 8 on Now TV, so I can only get up to the first day. Jason X was pop as shit.
I love it. It was just one of the funniest movies. I just love it just because of that. I was laughing my ass off.
Right.
I was laughing my ass. I love Jason X.
You're not allowed to have an opinion this one time. Shut up.
The way he shoots the body. That was the best, bro. I was dying. Trust me. I don't think you understand. I was watching that movie and I was dying the entire movie. I was cracking up. I was like, what the freak?
Is it as bad as when I saw in Halloween that black guy trying to come through on Michael Myers?
Yeah, I think it
died. I nearly died. Was it Ice Cube? There was a rapper.
Oh, I think it was Busta Rhymes.
Busta Rhymes tried to fly kick Michael Myers and it didn't do anything. It was so fucking hilarious.
Oh my God.
That is the worst movie I've ever seen. Halloween 6. No, H2O.
H2O.
God. That movie was something.
Oh my
Halloween ends. I will take everything back. You will never be as bad as H2O. How many times have they had to reboot that storyline, by the way? I think this is like the 4th time they've had like a different timeline from Halloween 2.
Yeah, they've done alternate timelines and that kind of stuff.
Stop it. No more Halloween films, please.
Like, what if this happened from this timeline? If Laurie wasn't that, it's like, come on now, bro. Like that.
Just have Laurie shut her legs. Is there anything that you want to bring to the table? Because you've talked about.
Okay. Yeah. So that's true. What else did I recently see? I'm trying to think now. So I have been watching that new show on Prime. Citadel. I've checked it out.
Okay, how is that? What's that about?
Like these operatives who work for this shadowy underground governmental organization which calls Citadel. And my girl Chopra Pronkova, she stars it, man. One of my faves. One of my favorite women.
One of your many women that you fantasize.
What you mean?
Making a love pillow in your bed.
Jesus, guy.
I bet you go to bed kissing your laptop screen, licking it about photos of her.
Oh man, stop it, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's in it, man. One of my babes, man. I said before, she's in there. She's an agent. But she's an agent, and they fight for the few. Basically starts off like I was like, okay, let me see how this is gonna go because the Russos made the show, you know, the Avengers, and we obviously Winter Soldier, that kind of stuff.
Records.
So you know it's automatically gonna be a good action in there. So and it's gonna have some big explosions. So that's what happened. They're on this train. She's trying to do a mission. My boy, he rocks up. My boy, man, Richard Madden. He's a character called Mason Kane in the show, and they fight for the operatives. And it was like a scene from Taken. I loved it, man. The short like hand-to-hand combat. I was like, yo, man, this is like Mason like in his prime, bro. This was fire. And they have this chip in their necks. So,
oh dear.
Yes. When you know an agent has a chip in their neck, you know something bad's about to go down.
Yeah.
So they have that as well, baby. Yes, he knows. So they have this chip in their neck. So whenever they can't kind of get to their agent, they kind of erase their memory. So that's what happens to literally both of them. They erase their memories, and they have to. The years go by, 8 years go by, and they're basically living their lives, no memory of what the heck is going on. And these another agent is called Manticore. These other like rogue opposition to Citadel. They're trying to stop Citadel because they say they're the right ones and Citadel are the villains. So at this point, it's like 3 episodes I've seen so far. So we don't know which operations are better than the other. We kind of follow obviously these two, you know, the main characters.
Sounds like a posh train station. You are now getting off at Citadel.
Yeah, they're going at Citadel. So that's basically
Citadel. Go to the Citadel. Should we go to the Citadel?
That's something like Star Wars. But yeah, so that's what happened. So they're in there, they're surviving this point. They at some point they intersect at some point down the line, and they have this serum that they have to administer to their back of their necks or into their bloodstream at somewhere to kind of get their memories back. So Chopper, she gets her memory back, but Mason, he doesn't get his Richard Madden, he doesn't get his memories back. So he's still kind of having flashes of the memories of that they used to share, but his body remembers all the moves that he used to do. So, so at the same time he's talking about throw something at him, he's just like he's blocking. His body just remembers how to do it, and I'm like, okay, I like it. The Russos, man, they have great storytelling anyway. So the episodes that I've seen, action packed out here, bro. Storyline solid. It's like nothing too crazy. Which as you expect, it's almost like a Jason Bourne-esque TV show, which I like. A lot of mystery, a lot of intrigue, a lot of suspense in the show, man. And yeah, I love it, man. I don't know how they got this budget for the show. But Amazon Prime is packing that budget right now. It's
because Amazon Prime has more money than God at this point.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, they're giving the Russo the whole bag at this point, bro. I was like, Citadel? I was like, this is a whole movie quality out here. I'm like, oh my gosh, usually the Amazon shows are good, but no, it's good. Gee whiz. They're packing that heat in this show, Citadel, boy. They put some money into this. But yeah, man, that's a good show that I'm watching right now, man. Hey, watch it if you've got Amazon Prime, check it out, man. If you haven't, go get it. Just so you can watch the show. This Citadel's a good show, man. I like it. I enjoy it. The show's great. But another show that I'm watching, Black Sails.
Black Sails.
Yes, Black Sails.
Black Sails is about
pirates. Black Sails about pirates. Yeah. Oh, people put me on this show. They were like, Troy, I know you like Game of Thrones, you know. I know you like the Vikings, you know.
How about smelly men on a boat?
Hey, yeah. How about
imagine more less sexy men who look like they go down the job site, golden hair and fat teeth. They look like they come from fucking Milton Keynes.
Milton Keynes.
Or Sunderland. So.
Must have Sunderland or Milton Keynes. Wow, but yeah. Ben's on one today. I love it.
I am. I'm always on one.
But yeah, Black Sails, man.
The more annoyed I get during the week, the better the podcast seems to go. It's interesting.
It actually does. It's kind of weird. But yeah, it's a star show, man. Black Sails, I think I'm on like the third season right now. I think it's got 4 seasons overall, so one more season left. But I've just been binging the heck out of this show, man. I can't what I even say about the show. It's just so damn good. The main character is called Toby Stevens. Everyone who's on England knows who this guy is. He plays a character called Captain Flint. He's like the main character you kind of follow throughout this excursion throughout the high seas. You know what I'm saying? And he's this ex-Navy operative, and he's basically turned into a pirate. Basically, he's had enough of England. He's joined the opposition now. He's joined the other side. He wants to burn down England. He wants to build a new regime, and he's got all these pirates to kind of make that happen. And there is a island. There's like an island unto itself called Nassau. So the island where blacks, whites, it doesn't matter what kind of nationality, what kind of race you are, what kind of creed you have. If you're in Nassau, you're kind of like accepted there. As long as you're pulling your weight, you're good. You're good. There's like no one trying to dish you, no one trying to, you know what I'm saying, trying to start anything. And there's like a brothel there. It's like a brothel where all these pirates go to kind of, you know what I'm saying, chill out, if you know what I'm saying. So they're all there, and these women are literally they're there to kind of extract information out of all these pirates, to kind of like for their own ends, because they're like a woman who's in charge of all of them. The lady, you know what I'm saying, the head of this brothel, and they kind of sell this information to like other like pirates or even other like governments, you know what I'm saying, or other English people who reach that island. And you even got the Spanish who's basically the main crux of the story is this something called the Urca Gold. There's this massive Spanish ship carrying all this gold. So this is like the main like MacGuffin as it were. They're trying to go to this because Captain Flint is trying to get to this boat, trying to get this gold, and try to use this gold to become a king of England at this point. He's basically trying to take over England. He's trying to rule it himself. He's becoming the pirate king. Anyone who watches One Piece, the anime, he's trying to become the pirate king.
Oh God, I can't wait to see that live action One Piece show. It's going to be. I'm not a fan, right? I cannot wait to see how awful it's going to be. It's going to be like a bro.
They could not do this live action.
I'm going to have my marshmallows ready for the bonfire. You want to come and take a lecture and sit that?
They could not do One Piece live action. That was going to fail big time. You could not do that live action. Hell no.
I can't wait to see the salty tears of the One Piece fans.
Hey, the closest thing to One Piece is this. Black Sails, bro. Anything other than this, it ain't going to work. It's not going to work at all. But yeah, Captain Flint used to literally try to be like Luffy, become the pirate king. That's basically what his storyline is. He's basically like the One Piece. But yeah, so to try to catch this gold and take over the English region. So as the show's going on, there's alliances, allegiances that get tested and strained. Captain Flint is basically people coming in from all sides. He's got to join other forces, other people to kind of get to this gold. At some point, he does get the gold at some point, and then it gets lost to him again because people are double crossing him. So it's all sort of stuff kicking off, man. It's insane, man. Every character in this show plays their part to perfection. This show is the plot is insane. The storytelling, the script writing is top creme de la creme, top notch. I'm like, oh my god, I've not seen script writing this good in years. So if you haven't watched Black Sails, man, go check that show out, man. This show is incredible. This show is so damn flipping good right now. I can't even say, bro. This show is so damn good, bro. I don't know. I don't say. But yeah, man. Check that show out. You want to check that out? Do it. I'm trying to see what else I've seen. I'm trying to think if I've seen any movies like this. So. Oh, I've seen a movie. I'm gonna put a movie up here. Just kind of finish off because I'm to talk about some movies. I'm gonna go quite modern right here. It's just been released. It's called Hypnotic by Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck stars that.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I'm surprised how good this movie because it's like hypnosis.
How is shit Batman?
This movie is so good, really good. Hey,
Damon. How's Matt Damon in this film?
He was in it for the first time I've seen him. He wasn't in this movie.
Yeah, but how's Matt Damon?
Matt Damon, but he went in this movie though. He went in this movie. He
But
was
how's
chilling.
Matt Damon? But I mean, Ben Affleck's. No, I've not seen Ben Affleck in years. But how's Matt Damon? He's Batman. Was Batman. Got fired. He was Daredevil. Did my job.
Oh, Ben.
It's my joke. Obviously, I mean, Matt Damon was fucking Jennifer Lopez once, and he lost that. So really, who's the loser here?
Oh my god.
Anyway, go on. No, I'm joking.
Oh my god, what the hell, man?
Don't you hear about the joke where Matt Damon and Ben Affleck are confused for each other, no?
Oh my god, yeah, at some point they probably were because they're always sticking to each other, fucking brothers at this point.
Anyway, go for it. There's nothing
yeah.
wrong with that. Just don't get married to a woman. You both love each other. That is fine.
Oh my god.
You are boys separated at birth and you're secretly brothers. Anyway, go for it.
Oh my god, Matt Damon. They basically are brothers at this point, man.
Matt Damon can be his Robin. Oh, they should totally have made him Superman. Can you imagine the confused faces of people like, I can't tell the difference between Bruce Wayne and Superman. They both look identical. Oh my god.
Oh
my god. Matt Damon should then put his face on Wonder Woman and just have a Justice League of Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. That would be awesome.
That's what they did with what do you call it? Shazam, where the Jimon Honsu was on the one.
That's nightmare film. Just a whole DC universe of Ben Affleck and Matt Damon playing all the roles.
That's scary. That's flipping scary. But yeah, man.
God, I've opened the door to Pandora.
Oh, don't do it. Don't do it. Look, I've been thinking about it now. Just thinking right now. Don't do it.
It's a lot better than what we got. Anyway, go for it.
But yeah, man, Hypnotic Man. He's just basically chasing down this guy who has this this high level of hypnosis with basically people on this planet. They have a high level of just making people do what they want. You know what I'm saying? Just by looking at them and just giving social cues. You know, and Ben Affleck is somehow immune to this stuff, but there's a reason behind that in this story, and they do it cover up quite well in this show. And there's a massive reveal
because he's Matt Wayne.
That's right,
he's Bruce Murdoch. He's the Bat Devil, the Dare Man.
Oh my god, what the hell? Oh, what the hell, bro? Oh yeah.
Ricardo and Jennifer Lopez at the same time.
Oh jeez.
Okay, go.
But yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Keep going. Don't even do where you go.
But yeah, man. But yeah, he's trying to chat this guy down. He's obviously I said before he's immune to this stuff. But halfway through the show, there's a massive plot reveal, and let's just say the Truman Show has a big influence on this movie. Let's just say that. I ain't gonna say more than that because they want to see this movie. They're gonna go see it because it's well worth checking it out because it's solid. Also, show that I've just finished, Succession.
Okay, so there's no Helen here, but I want to know: are you happy with how it ended? I don't know what you're about to say because I've never seen it, but are you happy with how it ended?
No. I'm not happy with it. I'm not happy with it.
So it didn't end up in a WWF main event, Hell in a Cell, like the McMahon family seems to be mirroring the family. It seems to be predicting the McMahon family before it happens. So there's no big WWF main event where the family are just putting each other through flaming tables and barbed wire matches and shit. No.
Yeah, something stupid happens at the
Nobody clotheslines the winner and pins them for a freak out to be.
Nothing like that. Nothing like that.
Disappointed.
Yeah, it was kind of like a point where you think, okay, this is the end of it now, and you're kind of like, okay, I'm kind of okay with this.
Tell me it has 500 endings like Return of the King, because that would be amazing.
They did have different endings, alternate endings to the show. They did have an alternate ending to the show, but the one they chose, like literally, I was like, oh.
Was that the better one that made you happy?
The alternate one was kind of like, okay, if they had done it the alternative way, I'd be like, okay, for sure. Okay, I kind of go, okay, this is the reason why I did it. This is what happens at the end. I'm like,
it's like giving you the finger. This is the prize you could have had. Here's the finger.
Yeah, basically, it was like, what the heck? But the one they did is like, they did this guy dirty, bro. I'm not gonna say reason. They did someone dirty in this ending, and I was like, oh my flipping gosh, what? And the character like who opposes this person, they just do a character change out of the blue, and I'm like, huh? What they do? Why would they do that to that person? What? Wait, just in the last episode? Wait, what? That's like they're about to do something big, to take over, like to succeed, and this happens. And I was just like, no, but the thing, I know I'm gonna say too much, but yeah,
I don't care because I'm never gonna watch it, Troy. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, don't say the people themselves. I'm just like, oh man, this is crazy, man. Should I just say it?
Yeah, I don't care.
Oh, just say let's do
I'm
it.
listening, but I will never watch it. So
That's like you might not even watch it. That's what I'm saying. But yeah. So this is what happens. So Shiv, there's a sister called Shiv, red hair, gorgeous woman by the way. Shiv, she's like the sister, and we got Kieran Culkin, he's the brother called Roman, and you got Jeremy Strong, who's Kendall. They're the three family members. They're the main three anyways, because you got Connor, but he's not really part of the succession. So you got Kendall, who's like the prodigal son, basically the guy bred to take over this empire. You know what I'm saying? To take over ATN, and he's about to get the votes to take over this business, yeah. And they all vote like it's a hung vote. At this point, it's like even 6-6 vote at the last episode. And he's like, okay, I got my sister now. My sister's gonna vote for me. I'm gonna take over this business. And then all of a sudden, she gets up, walks out, and I'm like, she gets up, walks out, and then he follows her out. It's like, wait, and then all three of them converge. They literally talk to each other. And he's just like, what's going on? Like, what's going on? Are you gonna vote for me? And she's kind of like, no, I don't want you to vote for me. I'm not gonna vote for you because like I don't think you're ready. I don't think you deserve it. I'm like, and he's like, huh? I deserve it. And she's like, you're a killer because basically apparently like someone took control of the wheel while he was driving, and they went into the ocean. They went to the sea because they turned off and went to the sea. Someone died, and all of a sudden she calls him a killer. I'm like, this guy ain't even a killer. They assume this guy's a kid. I'm like, what is going on? And his whole thing just they start ragging on this guy, ragging on Kendall for the whole episode, and they don't vote for it. They vote no confidence. So he tries to go back into the board meeting and goes, yeah, don't worry, let's just do this another day. Let's do this. And they were like, nah, it's done. Because she went back in there and voted against him, and then she left. And then Kendall was like depressed. He goes outside. You think to yourself, this guy's gonna kill himself, bro. This gonna be crazy. He's gonna die out here. He's gonna commit suicide. And then literally her, the sister's husband has become the CEO now of this place. And I'm like, oh my gosh. But the thing is the dynamic between all these people is like fractured. Everyone they're flipping at each other, they're all flipping at each other. And there's a guy above her husband who's like this massive tech mogul. This guy, he's the guy from True Blood. The guy who starts True Blood. And Skarsgård, Alexander Skarsgård, he's the guy who owns this place now. He owns the whole of ATN. And he's just taking over, he's gonna destroy his place. He don't care about ATN, he don't care about the family's legacy, he don't care about none of them. So at this point, yeah, the succession doesn't even happen because none of them get the business. None of them get it. It's the whole point is about them building up to take over the business, and none of them get it. So I'm like, what the freak?
It's basically like UFC buying out the whole company.
Yeah.
None of you will go to them.
Yeah, so what the freak? It's like, what's the point of watching this show? And you build up all this time about these characters, and then none of them get it.
How was everybody else's reaction to it, good or bad?
Oh man, some people are hyping about. Most of it's just like, no, it's terrible, it's trash.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
It's HBO messed up another ending again.
It'd never be as bad as Game of Thrones or Lost, bro.
No, never be as bad as that. Hell no, never be as bad.
Because Helen's not here. Lost sucks. Anyway, Big man says it when the lady's not around.
Yeah.
This is the 1 week she'll hear it as well. She'll bring it up next week if she's there.
Yeah, she can't just hear. She'll bring it up.
She did the Cody Rhodes thing where she.
The Cody's like from like miles away, just like listening to hear it, like, oh my god. Go whoa. But yeah, we'll do that. But yeah, Succession, that ending was crazy. Yeah, that's me done.
Okay, so pimp yourself. There's loads of other things to go. Look downstairs if you want to send us an email. There's YouTube channels to go check out of other people that are associated with this podcast. Troy, would you like to do your thing because you're here?
Yes. Okay. Legend of All 101 YouTube channel. Hey, reviews, reactions, pop culture, man. Even just some sports stuff sometimes. Just throw it in there. Wrestling fan as well. Massive wrestling fan. You know what I'm saying? You know me and Ben talk about wrestling sometimes. But yeah, it's me done, man. Check me out. Like, share, subscribe, just like this channel as well.
Our friend Steve sent an email. He just said, I'm a fan of Troy's channel. But Troy should space his videos out. He puts all his videos together in like 45-minute gap together. Space your shit out, bro, because you're competing against yourself. I agree. It's a little bit of feedback, bruv.
Hey, I like the feedback. I love it, but I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah. I would. Your videos are great, bruv. But like, you upload in one day 3 or 4 videos within like an hour. Split that shit during the week. Like, space them.
I'll do it. I got you. I got it.
Please.
Loud and clear. If
If you do them once a day, like your views will be higher if you've got like 2 or 3 videos. You say you've got diarrhea. Your videos are like diarrhea because you just take a shit and it all comes out.
Once, yeah.
No, your videos are fantastic. The views out of them is fantastic. I watch all of them. But bruv, you can't be dumping 3 videos, 1, 2, 3, like bang, bang.
I realised that about
Spread it.
I'll slow it down.
Spread it out. Even if on the same day, a couple of hours between them, bruv, give your videos some room to like breathe. You're suffocating with a pillow right now.
All right, okay. I won't suffocate you no more. I'm listening.
Love, that's love, bruv. Space your videos out and give them a day or so to get like, don't compete.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you, mate. I'm listening. I listen. I take this on board. I take stuff on board. Guys.
It's something I've seen as well. And I thought, you know what? It's a bit of like, do the same amount of videos, but just put a gap between them so that you let your videos breathe, Rob. If you just like bang, bang, like I've seen other YouTubers say, if you gap them out, even like a wrestle talk or a video, like if you've got multiple videos, if you gap them like 5 hours, it gives people time to go watch your first video. See, there's a gap with other people's videos and their subscriptions, and then they see your next video. If you've got back to back, I get confused sometimes. They're like, what?
Yeah, which one's what?
I forgot to go back to see some of your videos because they're in my subscription list, and there's like 3 of them. So, right. There's only so much women's butts I can see in the rest at the same time, bro. You're going to kill somebody, they're going to have a giant heart attack. It's going to be your fault.
Oh, God.
So if you would like Troy Simon to come and parachute into your country and help your female population give birth, do write in. He does need you to show him how to use a penis though, because he's still a virgin.
Oh my
anyway,
God. False news.
Goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.
See you later. See you later, you slags. See you next week. Bye.